Hi and welcome to More Than a Story, our D&D podcast about demons and degenerates. I'm your DM, Joe, joined by...
Sam, playing Gwion Bowden.
Ben, playing Growth and Minotia.
And Lewis, playing Torsten Farringray.
Yeah, welcome back to the podcast, and let's just start off with a quick recap of what happened last session. Last session, you found yourselves in the mossy mess with some of the party members of the Order of the Fallen Wing, and a bit of a bravado match with them backwards and forwards, getting used to their levels of banter and learning maybe a little bit more about how they operate. You then set out on your adventure, following Torsten's tip. That sounds a bit weird. Following Torsten's information.
You didn't have that many drinks.
It's like a compass.
We need a bit more character development before we get there.
Does that mean
Following, yeah. you made your way towards the back of Vulturous in search of an individual you'd heard might be hiding out there. You came across a few bits of landscape as well as some of the indigenous wildlife of Vulturous and some harpies that nearly did in Gwion, but you did make your way past them and out towards the back of the island, where you came across an individual who seems to have isolated himself from the rest of the world. And that is where we'll pick up the session, with you all stood around his dock. Don't laugh.
Of his what, sorry?
His dock, his massive dock.
Massive dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Has he got some cleaner for that dog? We can clean this dock if you want.
Hey, don't be volunteering without, you know.
So I'm standing on his dock.
You are standing on it.
Right?
Yeah. It's like,
To briefly re-describe the scene, Alistair Grays is a copper dragonborn. You are stood on the back of Vulturous. It's just coming towards sunset over the blue and white sea of Vulturous. You're surrounded by trees. It's got a small cabin over to the right, as well as a few other bits of, seems to be farming equipment. It's got a small plot, as well as a little rickety sort of handmade boat in the water, drifting backwards and forwards.
I believe from last time, me and Gwion and Groved were a little ways down from Alistair, and it was just Torsten and Alistair, right? We were just watching.
Yeah, you were a little further back, you know, at shooting distance.
shooting distance, but just observing.
Do you know what happened to the Farringgrays?
Not specifically, but
That's the reason I'm here. You understand?
just like the rest of them, they fell apart.
In the same way that I'm trying to think of an analogy here. I was going to say something really cool. In the same way that a meal falls apart when you eat it, if that's what you mean. Torn apart is more what I would say.
Long before the actual decimation of your house, the order began to crumble. It was perpetual. There was nothing really to fight against because there was always something to fight. There was no end goal to the Order of the Sentinels. There was just keep watching the void until it grows bigger teeth and kills us. And that's exactly what it always does.
So, no one's worth saving because they're all going to die. That's your defense for hiding out here and abandoning your oaths?
They're already dead. What, do you want to live? You want to live a hero until you're dead? Because no one remembers your name when you die. Do you understand that? Because you know what the alternative to dying a hero is? Do you, Torsten? Do you know what the alternative to dying a hero is?
Dying a coward?
It's dying as a monster, but not before you watch your whole family burn.
And what are you? A monster, a coward, or a hero?
I'm nothing anymore. And that's why I'm here.
look, you may have given up on everything, but for some reason the void still hunts.
Of course it
The
does.
firing grays, with purpose. It hunts me. It hunts my family. I need to know why, and I need to know what. You might have given up, fine. But that doesn't mean I have to.
He still hasn't turned around yet. He's like looking slightly over his shoulder. And as you are listening, you hear there's a like fluttering of wings above you. You hear like the and then something plummets into the circle of trees here by the house. It's the body of a harpy that sprawls into the dirt, wings broken, one completely missing. Shortly after it, in a flurry of even larger wings, a griffin lands solidly next to the harpy and begins tearing it apart. Alistair looks over his shoulder to the new arrival and just... Mort.
This guy has a griffin.
Yeah, it's like landed maybe like 10, 15 feet away from the two of you in the clearing. And it's a big, like, you know what a griffin looks like, but it's mostly feathers are coloured black and white with like stripes of brown along the belly. It is a powerful creature as you see it like slowly tearing apart and dismembering this harpy in the centre of the clearing.
Does it look like it is like Alistair's? Like, does it look like it's sort of protecting the area, or is it feral over there?
He doesn't seem to be phased by its appearance, so you presume they maybe know each other.
Alright, Grufford, let's just back away, nice and slowly. Just one foot, and then the next one, and just keep walking. I'm sure Torsten's got it all fine.
I kind of want to join you, but I'm also vaguely intrigued.
You want to stay and look at this thing?
I mean, it's quite a magnificent creature, and doesn't seem to be coming for us. And the harpies attacked us earlier, no? So
That's
it
true, I guess.
could be on our side?
It could be, but also, if it can kill a harpy just like that, I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want me to be that harpy.
It's just getting torn apart.
Yeah, it's mostly gone at this point.
Well, I've always wanted to fly, and he's got some big wings.
Well, listen, Grufford, why don't you go have a chat with the griffin, and I've got your back.
And Gleon's gonna hide behind a bit of the rocky alcove and kind of just poke his head out, so he's like 3/4 covered.
I'm going to call out to Alistair and Torsten and sort of say, excuse me, to Alistair.
What?
No, sorry, not to you, Torsten. The other one, Alistair.
Yes,
Is that your pet?
that's Mort. Don't worry about him.
Mort?
Yeah.
Glorious name. Is he friendly?
He leaves the question hanging in the air.
That's really not helpful.
Gleon's gonna shout from behind the rock.
Torsten, is the conversation going well, or not so well?
I will ignore him and turn to Alistair and say, I will be the watcher on the rim. Though in many ways the cunning ones may strike, I will rebuff them with word and weapon. I will accept no gift or favour from fiend or those who serve them. My allies are my guard and my charge. I will be loyal to them and to this realm. I will be the shield against the endless terrors of the night. I will keep my mind keen and my arms strong to face what may come. Vigilance, loyalty, discipline. This I swear to the Mistress of Fate and to the Order of the Sentinels. Do you keep your mind and arms strong, Alistair?
He casts his fishing line back out into the water. Just to slowly reel it back in again.
I draw my hammer and I strike at him.
Ooh.
I draw my bow.
I do some shit.
Roll for initiative. I thought this might happen.
Can I say, Lewis, that was sick.
When I decided to do this, I wrote the vows.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm just such a good point to read them out.
Yeah.
Bronze Skycracken.
Behind his hand blocks it. I'm just going to be flicking between the Leviathan page and the Martial Adepts page.
No.
Psych, he's a monk. He's going to kick your ass with the abilities.
Oh, don't worry, guys. He's only a
easy
monk.
fight.
Easy fight.
You all.
He can basically do half of what a fighter can do.
Slightly improved.
And fail at the rest.
So
Half of what a fighter can do and half of what a rogue can do, but not very good at either of them.
Neither of those are true. You just lied through your teeth.
I'll just be a pugilist fighter and do 10 times more damage.
It's really good. Everyone listening, it's a really, really good idea to poke.
Sorry, I'm
the
cutting
DM.
out all the bits where you guys like.
It's a really good idea to poke.
What, to
your
really
DM just
antagonise your DM?
before fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, before a combat, just really antagonise the DM.
I'm doing it to both the DM and the character. I'm just going to antagonise them until they punch me in the face.
Yeah. That's a
That's
good
the
way.
idea.
I think. In real life as well. Try it just in real life. Great fun.
Yeah. That's how I got my last job.
I thought I was going to say that's how you got your wife then.
Well, that too.
No, they were bumbling along one day, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It just happened.
It just happened.
Just happened.
Have you noticed, Ben? We're both Sir this time.
Oh, we are both Sir.
You're
Yeah,
Sir
but-
Groford, and I'm Sir Torsten.
Torsten.
And you're just Mr. Guion, the common bastard.
Wow.
I am the
Peasant
auxiliary
scum.
of you. Don't make me miss my arrow.
Can I move a little bit in front of Guion? Because I think I probably would have been.
Sure.
I would have been like here.
Can I see the battle map, please?
I've
Oh,
invited
can
you.
you not see?
Yeah, I just haven't been allowed in
I
yet.
clicked admit. Maybe try reloading.
No.
Or re-click the link.
Yeah, it just needed me to reload, apparently.
Roll again.
Reload.
Weird.
Right. Where are my dice gone?
Oh, that's not a very big deck.
Wait, hey! It's above average.
Hey, guys.
Sorry,
hey.
it's average. It's average.
He's built that deck himself. You know, don't
That's
worry
pretty
At
about it.
least
That's
average
pretty good.
size.
Pretty good deck.
Sizable deck.
I'd like to clean more dick. Everybody wants to be on more dick. I'd like to clean it with a big cock.
Solid.
I've got some cork for my dick.
Cock for my dick.
Is that copyright infringement? Probably not.
Probably, hopefully not. If we get copyright infringements by a big black cock and dick, then I don't know how the world works.
Don't know. That's awfully close to that griffin, isn't it, Guillaume?
Yeah.
The griffin is scary.
Oh, he's got cabbages.
150.
Oh my god! It's
Don't
Cabbage
just
Man!
look at cabbage.
It's Cabbage Man! And he's had his cabbages beaten so
cabbages!
much! He's had his cabbages beaten so much, he's lost the will to live. That's why his self-esteem is so low.
You know what the real question is, guys? And this is what we should spend the episode finding out. Why does he have 3 boats?
Oh.
Okay, there's only one boat, but it's the only best one I could find.
I don't know, I can see 3. So I think that's our aim for the episode, is to find out why he has 3.
It's a
Three white
hallucinatory
cabbages.
terrain. Sorry, he's just
Right,
right. 25 to 20. Okay, 20 to 15.
I'm 15.
Okay, queen on.
Well, you're 15, Sam.
He's a miner.
Hey, shoot him. I mean, what? Shouldn't be my go-to response, should it?
No.
I don't know. It seems like a good self-defense
Knee-jerk reaction.
15 to 10.
14.
14.
I love how I initiated this and I'm still, like,
near the end.
Last.
Torsten. That's why I got it's the wrong person. Forward. 14, and for yourself?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, you go at the same time as the Griffin? What's your dexterity modifier?
Oh, goody. 0.
Okay, so the Griffin goes first, you go last.
Yeah!
Solid.
It's okay, because this is like a character moment-driven fight, so I'm not really even trying, guys. You understand? I'm not like...
half-hearted hammer swing.
Mm-hmm.
Have to try.
So, top of the initiative order, that makes it Guyon's turn.
Okay, Guion.
Guion.
Actually, do nothing. He's going to pull his smoke arrow that is all misty in the shape of an arrow from his quiver, knock it, draw it back to his chin, and then he's going to move round 10.
He's going to pull it back, and smoke it.
Yeah, he's going to move it just in front of Grofed, and then he's going to hold it, and his hold action is going to be if the Griffin charges us. He's going to shoot it right by him and Grofed's feet.
Okay, fair. All right, at your feet, so you're not declaring back against
Wait until he gets close.
Perfect. That brings us to Grofed's turn.
I will sort of, seeing Guion run forward, I will loop around Guion, stand on the other side of him like this. What has happened so far? Is it just that we can see Torsten about to swing with the
Torsten
hammer?
was literally just about to swing. You can see it like arcing towards the back of the guy's head, but he's already turning.
Okay. I'll take how far am I away? It's about 45, 40. I will... I'm going to Armor of Agathis myself as the same frosty thing starts to just around my body as a steam lets off me. So I'll Armor of Agathis myself.
Sweet. Okay.
Was that the Griffin?
This sound like the Griffin.
What even was that? Whose mic did that even come through?
Oh, Sam's.
Is that Sam's?
That's Sam's mic.
Who made a Griffin?
That was really good. Is it Sasha?
Sasha's making Griffin noises out.
She's a Griffin!
Okay, that's your whole plan.
Sam's not explained to her that she is a Griffin. Okay.
Right.
Tell her she's a big bird. She'll love it. Look,
sure.
I know women, and that's what they like.
Yeah. We believe you. 100%.
Okay, so he is going to turn. He's going to take. How close is he to you? He's got a little bit of distance. So he's going to take a step towards the dark, which I'm going to say dodges that initial hammer swing out of instinct. So, like, as you started the initiative, so that we know wherever he's at with it, he whiffed the first hammer swing. He's going to turn and he's going to cast Command on you, and he's going to say, "Drop," and power laces through his voice, and it echoes over and over and over again in your ears as you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom it is. Well, that's pretty good. 14.
That does not save.
Wait!
Have to be.
No, I can't do anything. I can't. Can I? No, it's lower. No, I can't do anything.
No. Don't fucking straight. Do you have to drop your weapons and everything you're carrying? So that's your sword, your hammer and shield.
Crash to the ground.
Pointless. What do you want to kill? Something else? Of the final remnants. And I say remnants very loosely. The final remnants of the Order of the Sentinels. And that makes it Mort's turn. Mort gives 0 shits. Mort is going to continue to eat Harpy. That is Mort's
Love
turn.
to see it. Love to see it.
Making
More
it
term
Torsten's
is
turn.
Hom.
Yeah. Mort uses his bite attack against what's left of the harpy. That's it.
Torsten.
In which case, Torsten will. He drops his item, and he's. I see your mind is strong. How about your arm? And I'm going to
Curb stomp him.
come in with a punch.
Oh yeah, Torsten's going wild.
Make your attack roll.
Okay. Unarmed strike. That is only a 13 to hit.
That does not. He just, like, sort of definitely catches it on the side of his arm. And he steps in close. You can see he's wielding what looks like a... seems to be a thick-set mace. Like, it looks like sort of rusty, a bit, like, old, heavy looking cudgel-style mace. And he's gonna be doing something with that.
Oh, goody. Okay, cool. And then, as a bonus action, I will cast Compel Jewel on him. Fight me! Show me your fire!
And a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw, please.
That is a 19. 12 plus 7.
19 passes.
Have I seen Lewis do this before? Have I seen Torsten do this before?
You did see him use Compel Jewel on Guion.
Why not? Let's still be barbs that.
So he has to re-roll.
So he has to re-roll and take the lower one.
He rolled a 17 for his second
Fuck.
one. So he still succeeds.
He
You get
succeeds.
to give advantage, right?
I will give advantage to Torsten, so that his next roll gets advantage.
Sweet. Okay. That makes it back to the top of initiative order, which is Guion.
Sorry, did he fail? Did he pass again?
Yes,
on
he
his
did.
disadvantage?
He passed
Good.
again.
Damn
He
it!
gets to roll again, but he rolled a 17 rather than 12 you already rolled. So.
Okay, I'm gonna move 30 feet closer. You were next, weren't you, Groford, after me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 30 feet closer, but constantly with the arrow nocked, watching Mort as I kind of circle round the griffin. And then hold my action for the same thing again, just to shoot this arrow at mine and Griffin's feet should it come at us.
No worries. That makes it Griffin's turn.
I will run up beside Guion. I'll go 5 foot in front of him. There. For my turn, I'm gonna shout out to Torsten and say, Torsten, do you need hand? And then wait for him to respond, I guess, on his turn.
Can I respond now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, okay.
Leave this to me.
Okay.
Even better.
Okay. I will. Can I throw something to Torsten as my action?
Sure.
I pick out my health potion and
Okay.
throw it to Torsten.
Cool. Ooh, that's an interesting rolling. 25 feet. Make a attack roll with advantage.
Schmonk.
Imagine if we just
range
smashed
attack
this health potion now.
Yeah, just
Not-
right against the back of your head.
It's not.
Ah!
It's not very good.
Wait, this isn't Baldur's Gate 3.
With
Do not allow that
advantage,
ruling here, okay?
with advantage plus dex, yeah.
Yep.
It's 8.
8.
Might be going in the direction.
Can you roll a dexterity saving throw for me, Toaston, to see if you can save that? Because otherwise, yes.
That is my primary skill.
Yeah.
You do this with advantage, by the way, because
You
I
do,
still be
yeah, 'cause it's the next
improved.
roll.
Excellent. That's a 16.
You do catch
Thank
it,
God for the advantage.
so it doesn't go in the water.
Nice.
Solid. That makes
Yeah.
it.
Sorry.
Alice's turn. He is going to bring the mace around, and he's going to, as he moves it forwards towards you, you see it momentarily flashes with a motif of what the crystalline feathers that just spread out along the haft of it. He's going to place it against your chest, like stopping dead just before you, and he's going to cast Hold Person.
Ooh.
Okay.
What's Hold Person? Is it Wisdom or is it Constitution?
I think it's wisdom again.
I think it's con. I'll Google it.
I'll look it up.
He's going to hold your person.
D&D, it's just like math.
Wow.
But it's disguised math.
It's gonna do what to me?
He's going to hold your
God.
person. He's going to hold your deck.
Hold your deck, yeah.
Wisdom, did it say?
Wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. For that, we get a... Oh, it's not settling. What we got? 13. Delightful.
Oh, no.
You freeze dead. The cold feathers just like up you momentarily. They're not actually cold, but they do like tighten each of your muscles as they pass along the surface of your skin, and you are locked tight.
Well,
He breathes out. And that will technically make it Mort's turn in combat.
Yep.
So Mort is going to continue to do nothing. Just eat
Nom,
more
nom,
harpy.
nom, nom, nom. Nom, 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 nom.
even his little bits of harpy, you know. Same old, doing his Mort things.
So it will be paralyzed for the generation. You are paralyzed for a minute.
Oh, dear God!
Saving throw on a success, spell ends. End of each of your turns. So it is your turn, but you can only make the saving throw at the end.
Make a saving throw.
Yeah, because you're paralyzed.
Nope, another 13. No joy.
Oh, no.
That makes it Guion's turn.
Okay, Guion, as he's watching at Mort, and then he suddenly hears, I guess, Torsten go completely silent, and the deep breaths from Alistair. He's going to denock his smoke arrow, bring out a second arrow, take a shot at, turning really rapidly to take a shot at Alistair for a not natural 20.
A non-natural 20. That will hit.
Yeah. Okay. And he's going
Love
to
to see
take
it.
not very much, but 5 points of piercing damage, and has to make a concentration saving throw.
Wait.
10,
Come on, concept.
which
Fail.
Gets a 14, so he's all good.
Okay, that's a shame. And then with it, he's going to use an
Arrow
action.
just like thuds into his, like, just above his armor plating. You see it like dent into the chainmail underneath, and he like shrugs and it snaps. Nice.
Okay. And then he's going to take an action surge to immediately, back to back with Groford, pull out his smoke arrow again, move 30 feet closer to Torsten, and hold his action that he's got from his action surge for Mort, in case Mort comes over, in which case he will do the same thing due to the floor.
In case Mort comes.
In case Mort comes, yeah.
Okay.
Or we'll say if Mort, or if Alistair comes, he's going to smoke to the ground.
Nice.
If he makes attack at him or Groford, basically.
Wow.
Wow.
That makes it Griffin's turn.
I will do similar thing, although I wonder if I'll do a similar thing. I will firebolt Alistair.
Okay.
Let's see the other dice. Yeah, that's a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Lovely. That is 6 points of fire damage and con saving throw.
He rolled a 16.
Okay, he's doing well. He's doing well. And I guess I'll just stay there.
How much damage was that? 6.
Oh wait, no, I'll run up towards Guion.
You say 6 damage or 7?
6 fire damage. Yeah.
Cool. The fire just burns across his breastplate, and for a moment it takes off the tarnishing. That burn reveals like the true symbol of the Raven Queen underneath across the front of his chest. he looks down somewhat in disgust.
Cool.
That makes it Mort's go. Mort, being the legend that he always is going to do nothing except eat Harpy.
Hell yeah, more. Hell yeah.
Big up Alpha Nom Noms.
Big up Mort.
We all think he's holding Mort back just from holding that arrow knocked, you know? He definitely thinks the intimidation.
Okay, that brings it to Torsten's go.
Okay, well, the only thing I can do is roll my save. Please work. Have a narrative, please. Oh my god, a 13 again. That's 3 13s in a row.
Isn't that 4 13s? You have a 13 like at the beginning of it as well.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
What's happening?
Reload the page.
Yeah.
Right, this is what you get for rolling digitally.
Yeah.
I know.
Right, he is going to back to the top of initiative. That makes it Guion's turn.
Guion.
Go.
Guion's going to turn his head, but keeping his eyes on Mort, and go,
Listen here, if you don't let my friend go, who I was just starting to like, I'm gonna get over there, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, and I'm gonna curb stomp your head.
What he said.
That makes it Rayford's go. He's not going to respond right now because I'm still thinking of a response to that.
I will. I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to intimidate. I want to magic.
Intimidate with magic.
Sure.
I don't know if this is a ruling. Is it possible to use the help action on a saving throw?
Don't believe so. Not against.
Can I just like run up to behind him and give him like a shoulder massage?
Just ooh.
Try and get feeling.
Tense, man.
Try and get feeling. Get like a sculpt. Get up into his hair. Try and get feeling back into his brain and
I
body.
Believe you can use the help action to help with a spell save DC. I think you could help grant advantage to a physical thing, like helping someone up a ledge, or helping them persuade someone by adding additional things to the conversation. But I don't think you can help someone overcome the wisdom of holding still.
I will firebolt.
Firebolt.
I'm stealing your rolls, Lewis. I got a 25.
Okay.
Oh, good. Great.
For 5 points of fire damage.
5 points of fire damage. I know.
Con save.
One.
God, he's below 100 HP. That is a 15.
So yeah.
All good.
Okay, I'm screw this guy. I'm using 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to quicken spell Witch Bolt at level 2.
Okay.
As in my hand, and I'm going to shoot out the electrical energy. Let's hope this one actually hits.
Like a little Van de Graaff generator.
It's an 18 to hit.
That will hit because this is armor class.
Ooh, okay. So the electrical line sort of between us, and it'll keep there. Dealing, for the start, because level 2, 12 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Across him.
Solid.
And does that make the DC 12 now?
The DC...
No, it's high. It's 10 or it's half of 20.
It's half of 20.
It's half of whatever it is until it's 20.
Okay, it's still 10.
Still
Still
man, stop!
Wisdom is a high stat for him.
It shouldn't be wisdom, it should be con, yeah?
What?
It should be
con. Yeah, con. Sorry,
Constitution.
Con 6, Wiz is 7.
Oh, well, never mind.
So he's doing pretty well. Okay, I keep up the electrical thing, and I will, in fact, take a step back.
Cool.
And that is my turn.
Mort is going to do...
Fuck.
Something.
Is that he's a harpy?
He's
I'm
gonna
giving
eat
him the
more.
eyes.
He's going to eat more harpy.
Okay, nice. Big up more.
One more.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, sorry,
You
that's in the
stay
wrong
over
order.
there.
It
We
should
love
be-
you more.
Should be Alistair and then more. That's my bad. Alistair is going to walk to next. Why are you measuring? Alistair is going to walk
Just checking some stuff, you know.
to next to you. He's going to put his hand on your shoulder.
Oh no.
In all respect, you fought better against the flesh amalgam. And he's going to keep walking 15, 30, towards his house. You do get an attack of opportunity if you would like.
No.
I'd like to take my foot out, try and trip him up.
That's like a shove attack.
Yeah, sure. We'll make opposed. What, strength or dexterity checks? Athletics? Athletics checks?
For me, that's a 13.
He rolls an 18 plus
Plus
This
what?
guy.
plus 3. So in fact, he trips you up.
Into your leg.
You stick
There's
your
a bit
butt
of
out and you just like you
footsie back
spin
and
on the
forth,
spot.
stumble. Yeah. Bit of a Kaylee, round
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Just do. Yeah. That brings it back to the top of the round with Gwion.
Groford, will you check on Torsten, and I'll keep watching Maud. I seem to be keeping him at bay right now. Fuck that guy.
He's going to keep his arrow knocked
Good job,
up.
Gwion. Good job.
Okay.
That's it.
Come on.
That makes it Grofad's turn.
I'm going
Roll.
to shout out after Alistair, and I'm going to pump him with one set of Witch Bolt. So I'm going to hit him with the 2d12.
Go on, give me 24.
16
Okay.
points of lightning damage. And I'm going to call after him as well when it hits through. I'm going to call, I hope that restarts your heart. And I'm going to walk over towards Torsten. And
I'm not like you, metal man.
what's that supposed to mean? No answer?
That makes it his turn. He's not going to respond
Cool.
on his turn. Instead, he's going to enter his house and close the door.
Fair enough.
He figured out the infamous blockade to stopping us, our counter. Doors.
Doors!
Damn it.
Again.
Now we're done.
Okay,
Done for.
well, Witch Bolt drops as well because he's got total cover.
Yep. Yeah, you can't torture him in his own house, okay?
I keep going. Just one for a
Shocking.
little bit of,
No worries. So that makes it Torsten's go.
Come on,
Make that
baby.
wisdom saving throw.
Let me see that 13 one more time.
That'll be big.
Oh no, there it is. 22.
Way!
You
As
say
the bad guys
The
go.
door slams. The spell drops.
Ugh.
Are you okay?
Ugh. Torsten's just going to walk over, sit down on the end of the pier, and look out at the water.
Groford, he's a soldier, isn't he? He must feel naked. Grab the man his shield and his hammer.
I'll pick up the shield and the hammer.
I'll keep Mort at bay.
Good job, Good job. You can do it.
Mort now, we didn't consider us out of initiative as we're not fighting. Mort is going to lay down on the grass and then look at their talons over themselves like that and just lie, head on paws, looking at you.
Yeah, that's right. You stay over there. Well, that's what I thought. Yeah, exactly. Oh, what's that?
That's what Weon's doing. He's just completely fixated on the threat.
I'll pick up the sword and shield and walk it over to Torsten. Hammer, sorry.
That's right. Shouldn't have
And
corrected
I will
that. Unnecessary.
place them next to him on the pier and hopefully sit with the hammer between us. and also sort of hang my legs over the edge and just sit there.
Broken.
What
Of all
is?
the things I expected to find over here, it wasn't broken.
His self-esteem certainly seemed to be broken. What do you mean by broken?
What is he? An oath breaker?
Hmm.
You heard the oath he swore, that I swore.
I certainly did.
He swore to the gods above that he would face the fiends, he would rebuff them, and he would always be a shield against the endless terrors of the night. Maybe they are just too endless. When someone looks into infinity and sees nothing.
Sounds like it could certainly be demoralizing for your cause.
And I'm no closer to finding what I need. Sorry to have dragged you out here. Seems to have been a waste of time.
On the contrary, I quite enjoyed it.
Might I add, in honour of your pride, Torsten, since I seem to be coming round to you Brotherhood folk, I feel like on our way out, we should do something just to get a little bit of revenge back, get our edge on him, because at the moment, leaving right now leaves me with a sour taste. I mean, I saw some cabbages in his back. We could squash one or two, or break a window with a rock from 150 feet away. That's fine.
My allies are my guard and my charge. That's never felt more true than this moment. Thank you, both of you, for standing up for me.
You're very welcome.
You seem like a happy chappy.
I'm actually
You're
quite
not very good at reading people, are you, Gwion?
Nope.
At least we're aware of that.
Unless we're playing poker. If we're playing poker, I have a great read on people.
We should probably head back. I stand up and pick my shield and hammer up.
As you
There's nothing here but a broken sword.
As you stand up, you notice the sun has gone like solidly down. Like it's peaking, like sunset has just passed down. The sky is still a little lighter towards the edge of the sky, but it's definitely waning into nighttime. As far as places to camp, there are scarce few on the backside of Voltress.
I'm not going to knock.
No, I'm not going in that house. I'd rather die to the harpies.
No point.
Shall we walk back?
He'd only get halfway through the night and give up on sleeping. So
Ooh, what just happened with the mic? Went really loud there.
yeah, someone's stuff is going wild. I don't know. I can hear myself echoed back.
Oh, it might be mine, was it?
Yeah, it's yours. The moment you clicked something.
It went a little quieter, but it wasn't.
Is it still bad now?
Okay.
That's good.
Check. Yeah, that's better.
Is that better?
Perfect. As you're gathering your things, scraping off your armor, making sure you're all like set, Alistair comes back out of his hut and begins tending this fire. He drops a few logs on, puts his hand over the fire, and it sparks back into life from the few embers that were still in the fireplace. He takes a seat. You watch as Mort as well, climbs back up and makes their way over to the bonfire.
And I will step forward and say, Grace, you've given up. I get it. I have not, and I'll continue.
I'll come past, following Torsten, and go,
Absolutely disappointed. What kind of a soldier are you?
and walk off.
You want to know the story of the Sentinels? I'll tell you. But I won't help you.
I'll stop, and I'll turn. I can't imagine there's anything in this story that can justify, but the more I know of this, the more I have to work on.
You should at least know what you're walking out to if you're going to do it anyway. Take a seat.
I'm sort of taking Torsten's lead. Does Torsten go to sit down?
I will sit down by the fire.
Okay.
You guys join in? Or are you
Yeah.
loitering?
I'm gonna join, but be like, 2 feet away, like the bodyguard kind of sidemen kind of vibe.
You get to sit next to Mort.
No!
Have you still got the arrow drawn?
Put yourself wherever you'd like to be. And then...
Okay, I'll put myself next to Mort, but I'm gonna have the arrow drawn out my quiver in my hand, clutched at all times, and keeping one eye on Mort the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and pet Mort?
Mort. You can, yeah. Make
I'll put my hand out. And see if, see if they're gonna either eat my hand or. Oh shit!
Oh no!
Animal handling, you say? It's a 1.
Oh
2
shit!
rolls a 2 minus 1. I put my
What's the
hand
attack
out.
roll of it? What's your armor class?
I put my hand out and
Okay.
hold it there.
I rolled a natural 20 to determine what mood Mort was in. Mort is in a good mood, because it's a natural 20.
Okay.
So Mort is going to give you a few playful nips, but nothing that deals any damage, as you put your hand out. The feathers are smooth, the beak is powerful, you can see this is a very strong creature. But, yeah, very wild as well.
I'm gonna say that as he nips, or as Mort nips Grofed, as I can tell that it's not actually dangerous or damaging of Grofed, but is on that border between potentially being damaged, I'm gonna mid-reflex get ready for like a roundhouse kick to Mort's face, but then stop halfway and be like, do I want to start this kind of thing? It's not quite damaging.
Mort, nibbles the front of your boot and pulls it.
And then sit down by the fire.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. Well, it feels like a long time for him to start talking. The sun continues to ebb in the sky. The fire goes on and it builds as he keeps adding wood to it every now and again. He seems to be working himself up to speaking.
Can I use prestidigitation to help with the fire?
You can. It does build. He continues to get more wood for it. He sat, elbows on knees, like that, hunched over. Mace down by his side. The newly revealed symbol of the Raven Queen glittering in the fire. As you may well know, the Order of the Sentinels was formed at the end of the last cycle. They were the Watchers of all that was evil, set up by Lord Farron Grey years and years ago, Bjorn Farron Grey, to guard the realms of men against anything that would stand in its way. Now, it was a noble pursuit, And about 100 years ago, joining the Order of the Sentinels was a secret, but a high honor. No one would recognize you being a member of the Order of the Sentinels. No one would write your name in the ledgers. This was an honor of the highest order with no regard behind it. But that wasn't important. What was important was being the Watchers. Now, most people joined the Order of the Sentinels and worked their way up through the ranks. I started as a knight through my power that I had already devoted to the Raven Queen. I used to be a priest of the Raven Queen. I became a knight of the Order of the Sentinels and quickly rose to the rank of Abyss Watcher. Only 2 ranks below Lord Farringray himself. It was the greatest honor of my life, being a Void Watcher. I travelled to many a place, vanquishing evil left and right wherever I saw it. And yet, it was always there. Standing on the edge of the abyss, looking out into it, I lost sight of the void. I missed it. It snuck in behind me. I let my eyes wander to its darkest heart, and its smallest claw killed the things that meant the most to me. My allies, my friends, even my lover, my child. I couldn't watch anymore. Yes, I forsook my vows because I had already failed them. If there's anything left of the Order of the Sentinels, I don't know where it is. The bastions, they move so that they couldn't be tracked. The only known structure, now that would be the training grounds in Tiamund. And I know that that's been long abandoned because it was my first stop when I tried to reclaim my faith.
You tried to reclaim your faith?
I ventured to Tiamund in hopes of finding someone who could tell me where I had gone wrong, that I could still do this, that it was still worth doing. But no. The captain of the training grounds, he died, killed by I don't know what. I found him dead in the ruins of the bastion, a spear through his chest. Surprising, because I always thought he was immortal, given that he was like your companion there.
Hello?
Oh, Warforged.
Yes.
Ah. No, the Warforged.
He was a great ally to the cause, and there when the Order of the Sentinels was first started, yet he was still slain. As far as I know, his body's still there, pinned to the wall by that great spear.
Have you any questions, Dr. Austin?
You searched again. After you lost everything, you searched.
Yeah.
You must have come back to your oaths and believed they had value outside of protecting what is just yours. As much as I empathize, I do. I'm in the situation now. I've lost everything. As much as I empathize, you found that we of the Order, I might not be able to claim that title. I don't know I've taken the oath, but I don't know if I'm in the Order or not. But the Order is not just for those we love, but for all people, regardless of our opinions of them. Everything that is not the Void is worth saving, and you must have realized that at some point. So what? You see that the Order has destroyed and you don't want to face it alone? You're not alone. I'm right here. Stand with me. We'll rebuild. Hold back the Void as it encroaches on our world again. It moves, and you know it. It's made it all the way here, to this solitary island.
I can't rebuild the Order of the Sentinels with you. I just can't. Here is where I have chosen to make my last stand. And that is as much as I have left in me.
Very well.
If you really want more answers, I'd go to Tiamund. There may be something left in that ruin.
Yes. That will be next.
May I ask some questions about the captain? How much do you know? Do you know where he came from?
He was my mentor when I was training, but I spoke precious little about himself, a man of few words, but he was powerful, strong.
Do you know his name?
Yes, I do. Somewhere in my notes.
Somewhere in my mind palace as I search it.
That is mine. Where's it gone?
Battle beats.
Interlude music. It's like elevator music.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It just means I can't concentrate. I'm really sorry.
Fair.
Where's it gone? Why is it always the fucking names?
Yeah. So far, he's Captain Warforged.
He is Captain Warforged. That is true.
Captain Underpants.
Please say his name is Captain Underpants.
Yeah, it can be now because I
And
can't come up with anything better.
He wore underwear.
It's canon.
He wore underwear over his metal.
Captain Silverport.
Silver what?
Silverport.
Silverport.
Apologies.
You're all good.
Guion, still looking at Mort, is going to say,
Now listen here, Alistair. You better have been telling the complete truth and nothing but the truth to my friends here. Otherwise, I'm down to go round 2, anytime. You were only fighting Torsten before. That time you were fighting all 3 of us. We'd whoop your ass, no problem.
I seem to remember there being a few arrows in that fight.
Only one. You want more? I've got at least another 18 left here.
It's a wise move to keep track of your supplies.
I don't want compliments from you, shut up!
Could you stop staring daggers at my griffin? He means you no harm.
That's what Gwyn's going to do. Keep throwing daggers at them.
I feel like there's been. I want there to be a couple of moments where the griffin moves a bit to inches to an inch towards
There's a
Grion,
big
and Grion
reaction.
just
Big reaction.
Yeah.
Big reaction.
Every now and again,
Push.
he'll stretch and yawn like a cat.
All right then.
With all due respect, Alistair, I respect the fact that you have found your place, or the place you feel like you need to be, or the place you feel like you can only be. There's something. What I've learnt about bullies is that the only way to beat them is to stand up to them, to teach them something. And now, the void sounds like it can't really be taught. But it will teach other people. So that's probably what we're going to do.
He stares into the fire. The copper colour of his skin iridescent in the firelight. And a singular tear rolling down his cheek.
Cinematic. Do you want me to? I can get that for you if you'd like. I cast prestidigitation and clean his tear up.
No.
Starts going back up his cheek.
Just sucks it back up. I'm a real man, I only talk in front of a fire. Joking, this is Mental Health Awareness Month, by the way. It's a
Yeah, true.
in particular reason. Talk to anyone, doesn't matter if there's a fire, but it does help.
It does. But yeah, always talk to friends, guys. Or anybody. And, I will stay looking at the fire.
It gets later and later, the fire slowly builds down. Morch, rolls over, covers themselves with their wings, like a big old tent. So they've got protection from the weather as they huddle up against the side of the house.
I really wanted to just be in there with it.
It's cozy.
Can we classify this as a short rest?
We're about to long rest.
Will the moment classify this as a long rest?
I'm going to sleep in the Baldur's
I'm not
Gate.
long resting.
You're not long resting?
I'm not long resting. I'm only short resting.
Oh, dear.
There's no way I'm closing my eyes.
Right.
No way Leon feels comfortable in this environment.
That's fair.
Alistair gets up, probably sometime around midnight, and he walks into his hut. He closes the door. You know by our rules that this is considered a safe spot for resting.
I'm going to take some sticks from the fire and set fire to his cabin. Let's go.
Slowly encourage it to burn his stone house down.
And then chuck in some cabbages from his garden.
My cabbage!
Like popcorn.
I'm going to sleep in the Baldur's Gate 3 position, where you're almost T-posing with your
Straight
hand in the
T-posing.
Kalimos.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Solid maneuvers.
Yeah, really good, really good.
I'll lie down by the fire.
What are the changes, Joe, or what do I get from
You
not
get-
long rest?
You get a point of exhaustion, is what you get.
Oh yeah, oh baby.
A spicy point of exhaustion.
Well,
If you get 6, you get power ups.
You die. You get 6.
Not that you could tell, but Gwion has large bags under his eyes in the morning.
Okay. Currently, in real life, I'm at 5, so.
IRL 5 exhaustion
IRL 5
points.
fatigue. But what is 5? What happens to 5? You can't move, can you?
Yeah, your previous is a 0 of 5. So you have disadvantage on, what was it?
Like everything, I think,
Everything.
at 5.
Yeah, everything.
What do you have now? I can't even remember.
I've just mentioned on the ability checks, I think. I'll double
yeah.
check it.
Yeah, I think
I'll read
you're
out
right.
to
I think
you,
you're right.
and then, yeah. Oh, it just gives out NHS guidance.
NHS guidance, let's go!
Always at the 5e.
Okay. Exhaustion 5e. And let's find a table. Okay. Disadvantage on all ability checks.
Fair, no worries.
Well, hey. I'll try and manipulate some time and get rid of
Maneuvers.
this. I'll put
Right.
some
You
sleep
all-
in you.
Almost all drift off to sleep. Every time your eyes close, you like
Every time more
snap
move.
open. Every time, like you like leant up against one of the posts in the yard, watching arms folded. When you every now and again, just snap your head.
Arrow
back.
clutched in hand.
Yeah. Your as it passes by midnight, your smoke arrow dissipates
Ooh,
as you pass into the next day.
finishes the game.
As it passes by midnight,
Mhm.
I think I'm going to say it's going to at least 40 seconds before Guion actually clocks it because he's so tired.
No.
But then he very quickly makes another one.
Because you haven't long rested, you don't get your spell slots back.
Yeah, that's fine. That's both
So
of my things.
how much you've used? Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah, good point. I didn't think of that. Yeah, okay, we're in.
Oh dear! We've made the hard character
The
come in.
Vulture Central will be entertaining.
Love the roleplay, love the role. You gotta come. You gotta commit.
Commit.
It's like a good relationship. You gotta commit.
You awake in the morning.
It's D&D now.
Just drifted. We're playing Dun Dun Dun.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god! That's the
Oh my
game we
God.
play on this podcast. Did you hear about that? There's one guy. They grouped together and they played Dun 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 Dun.
Do.
The sun is rising up over the island, up above the tallest mountain, as you begin to stir. You notice Guion sort of perched up against one of the posts, looking. Well, it's hard to tell how he's looking under his helmet, but he looks
You can tell
a
by his
little
posture.
slumped.
Head drops and then comes back up, and drops and comes back
Head
up.
drop. Oh. Well, I have to say, it was a surprisingly good resting point. I can see why he stays here.
It's not bad. I guess we'd better head back to town. Have either of you ever heard of Tiamund before?
No clue. I mean, it sounds vaguely similar to Tiamat, but never.
Have I heard of Tiamat, Joe?
Yeah.
You all may have heard of Tiamund. It is a continent island. On the map.
History check. Is it history check or nature check?
Roll me a history check.
Yeah, funny.
Grab my map.
I got that one.
Roll.
I got a
Third
non that one.
Which is weird. You got a non that one? That's always a good start. Where does it
I
go?
got a
after that?
2 minus 1.
Ooh.
Nice. I rolled a 13.
Nice.
I'll
Nice.
put the
You
map
rolled a
down.
Thank you, Griffin.
So, here is Algora. Here is
Big
Udor.
Island. West
And
Island.
here is Tiamund.
Northwest Island.
This is the northest of north. It's because their map is this orientation.
Oh, so just straight north.
This is the North Pole.
Ah,
Essentially.
goody.
The North Boy.
Fortunately, you do know, with your roll, Griffith, that Vulturus is currently heading due north, away from Algora. Currently heading along the edge of the Grey Coast, and is going to pass over Udor, and then do a little circle, a little further north outside of Udor, and then go down towards Wasira. You're not sure what the purpose of that little loop is, but yeah,
It's doing it.
you know that it's doing that little loop.
Maybe I can find a ship that's heading there. Do you think they'll know at the
Yes.
library more about Tiamund?
Oh, yeah, probably. There'll be something in there. There usually is.
It's probably worth stopping in at.
Yes, absolutely.
Again, Groford, this Captain Silverport.
Yes, Captain Silverport.
Forgive me if I'm overstepping at all, but you seem very taken with this idea. You haven't met any others of your kind before?
Not yet. Fingers crossed.
Well,
But that could be my first.
if you wish to join me, I'd be more than happy to have you by my side.
Yes, I mean, as much as it would be a trip for gaining information, learning, and growing, it would also be immensely fun. I mean, venture back here has been anything but boring, so I'd be very much down to travel north.
Guion, I don't know. Go home. Nice seeing you.
Well, I quite like, to be honest, I quite like being around.
If Groford's going, I would be keen to come along as well.
I would love you.
Just because he needs some protection, you know.
Less knowing of that, but I would love you to be there. I love your company.
I'm just coming for bodyguard purposes, that's all. Not because I have any deep regard of a very best friendship with you at all. Of 2 weeks, not at all.
No?
Like peak male friendship, right there.
What
It's
was
like,
this?
we just exist in each other's space. We are like, nobody admits that we're best friends, but we're best friends.
the traditional male male friendship. Yeah.
The stereotype, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that would be glorious.
So are we just going to stay on, Vultures and then just travel north?
Well, I might be able to find out exactly the most northest point that we're going to be at, so we can find that, or yes, I mean, we can ask for the boats.
I don't, Torsten, how would you feel about, borrowing a ship without permission?
I'm gonna say that's a hard no there, Guion.
Worth checking.
Borrowing
That shouldn't be a problem.
That,
Look,
really.
if we can find out the main trade of this island, what it might be known for, we might be able to find a ship that's appropriate. I don't know. I don't have a lot of liquidity around at the moment, but I imagine we could barter our way as guards. We're fairly capable.
Yes.
We'll see.
Absolutely. Well, maybe, try and get some money somehow. Maybe do a job or two.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
In fact, did we get paid for getting rid of the thing?
Not as of yet, but you did leave town.
We did just run away. Yeah.
Oh.
Did we get promised money? I forgot. Like in the note, did it say there was a prize?
Didn't necessarily promise any money.
You just gave a job, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was a time to try out my robot self.
Not very good at nailing down the contract.
Imagine to get better at that.
I was given a contract by Golden Wing. I do that contract, boy.
That's fair. It's not very
No questions asked.
monetary.
No.
Before we go, I'm just gonna rap on the door to the hut.
There's some movement inside. You hear something like fall over and hit the floor and breaks like a pot hitting the ground. Fuck. You like hit the door, like creaks open, like halfway. Yeah.
We'll be leaving. I appreciate you telling me what you did. If you find your hope again, I'll be out there.
I'll be here if you find something worth being hopeful for.
We are the watchers on the rim. I go to take my watch. And I will turn and walk away.
Bye. And walk with.
The door closes.
Kind of spit.
Mort
He's a bit scared, this guy.
rises up onto their legs. And begins
So
to follow.
drawn. Wait.
As you make your way out of the clearing.
He's following us.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw an arrow and knock it on my bow, but not pull the string back.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen someone so nervous of a bird before?
I'm not nervous, just making sure he keeps his distance, knows who's boss around here.
We all know that's not just a bird, it's a bird and a cat. Right?
That's
Why do
a
you-
bird hawk.
It's a
Why
bat.
do you keep yawning? Weird.
What's way?
Why do you keep yawning? Did you not sleep well?
No, I didn't sleep that well. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Got enough for that one.
Chance. Whatever. It was a very nice little spot. You something on your mind?
Well, since I wanted to keep watch over camp, I had to make sure everyone was safe. In case those harpies come back, Mort was sleeping. I had to make sure that I got all your backs.
Well, thank you for that. But in the future, please do, talk to us and we can share the load of guard duties, and everyone gets their fair share of sleep.
That's totally fine. I will make sure in the future that I go straight to sleep. Yeah, totally fine. But it was
Well, not straight to sleep, because if we do need guard duties, talk. Are you okay? Are you good? Are you alive? Hello?
Yep, totally fine. Yep, let's go north.
Okay. Maybe we keep an
Gwen,
eye
could you
on
make
Gwen.
a nature check for me? With
Chef
disadvantage,
Guion.
because you've got a point of exhaustion.
12. Fuck you, still above 10, even with disadvantage.
You realise that with Mort padding along behind you, you realise you've seen those paw prints before. They were the cat paw prints that you've seen in the mountainside.
It's
You're
Mort,
making your way out.
That is very cool.
the boy Mort.
I will smirk to myself underneath my helmet and take pride in my knowledge that I was right.
As you're walking out through the grove, this is sort of a decision point again. Would you like to go towards the right-hand side? But now you're going back. Right-hand side would be the path you've already taken. Middle path would be over the top of the mountain. And the left-hand path would be the way you haven't taken around the other side of the mountain.
First, as we're walking, I'm going to side up to Torsten. Torsten, just a thing or two. I very much wanted to sort of have your back there. And I sense that to have your back was to try to show to him that he should have more hope, or I felt like that's what you wanted from him. But I do have to say, the void does not sound very beatable.
Well, it's not. No. I'm not. Look, I'm going to be fully honest with you here. I'm not entirely sure what the void is. All I know is that I'm to be set against fiends and those things of darkness which crawl out and attempt to smother mankind. Sentient races.
Well done. Don't want no D&D racism.
Points for non-D&D specific races.
No. From what I understand, it's not beatable. That is the charge laid before my feet. To be a watcher, to be a guard, to be a shield.
Basically, like organization making themselves a wall to keep trying to become a movable object for the irresistible force.
I guess. Yeah. Again, I don't have a lot of information on this. You have most of the same information I already have.
Well, I have to say, I'm a little bit nervous. As much as I am down for the journey.
You're not.
Excited to
I'm
join.
not asking you to join. You understand?
Oh, I'm not going to join, but I sense that
That's good.
just
Yeah,
by
okay.
treading the path that you're on and treading it with you and walking with you, we may interact with when we already have. We've already fought a big blob monster.
Yes.
So I sense that we may be fighting more of this void you speak of.
I would personally. Sorry, I'm going to interject like right in the back. Like I'm walking back. I'm totally going to just. I would personally really like to see this void, see what it looks like. Personally, I'm kind of interested. You know.
What do you think it looks like, Guion?
I was thinking purples and blacks all kind of mixed together.
Like really goth era.
Oh yeah, and like some purple blades, metal
Maybe
armor.
maybe some Nickelback.
Oh, a little bit.
Just a little bit in the background.
7-legged monsters with no eyes and lots of tentacles. That kind of brings void to me.
Why 7? Why 7? Was 7 a scary number?
I read it in a book.
It's
What, the number
scary
seven,
because
the
they're
number seven?
unbalanced. They only run round in circles.
Oh, that's
4 legs on one side, 3 legs on the other. It's a real nightmare.
That's a prime joke. That is.
Oh.
Damn. Okay.
We will continue to be backmarker.
Great game to play. That was a.
Yeah, I don't. Well, if I can, you're right. It's, as you've seen, it's a thankless, unending task. Even the strongest seem to be able to fail. On my own, I don't think I can hold the line. But if I can discover more about the Order, I might be able to rebuild it.
That is what that is sort of the path that I'm thinking of, to help you help yourself, help you help your oath.
Possibly. I don't know. The most important thing right now is to work out why my family and I am being targeted still. Find out what happened to my wife. Where she is. And hopefully forestall any further disasters.
Here's to adventure and here's to some fun.
Quite. Onwards.
Now, do we take the boring path that we know, or do we take the exciting path?
We promised.
We
lost
Ben.
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 Oh, he's back.
Hang on.
To put in my vote here, I know that when we walked down, we did say that we could take the middle path over the mountain. Now, because I did stay up.
I think it was you that said that, Guion. Did you know?
Yeah, I did.
I was like wanting to yes, let's go over the mountain. It calls me, and it's going to be the place.
Exactly. That's exactly what I want to do. The mountain does call me. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just a thing of beauty?
It is beautiful, by the way. As you look up to it, it's a snow-capped spire of mountains with. For
the podcast viewers, the DM just gave us a nice. The DM's flashing us with dragon photos.
So we should go over mountain.
Now he's just flicking through the monster manual and showing us random evil creatures that might want to kill us.
Where's the Trask, Joe?
They all want to kill you.
Where is the Trask?
It's not here.
But that's mainly Guion's fault, though.
Is that a hill?
Whoa.
You'll never know
Is
until
that
you
a
climb it.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. We did promise Guion we'd go over the mountain on the way back.
But
We did
there is
promise.
a caveat to that.
And
We're
we
going to
keep
be
our
here a while.
promises, don't we, Torsten?
Sorry,
And we
I
keep
didn't
our
sleep very
promises,
well
don't
either.
we? Right, I see. There's lots happening over the past couple of days. And we keep our promises anyway, don't we, Torsten? Even though, Gwion, I'm sure you absolutely want to go over the mountain.
Yeah,
I also
I-
need my promises, just to be clear.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
When I say I'm going to win poker, I win poker.
Except when
Your
you
track
lose.
record doesn't.
Moving on.
doesn't
Moving on. Moving on.
moving on over the mountain. Okay.
No. I would love to go over the mountain, but personally, because I'm a bit shy, wouldn't mind going back into town, going over the mountain tomorrow. If we're ever heading north anyways, might have a few days,
Well, maybe, yeah. You want to do it as a sort of a day trip hike.
Oh, what, sorry? What?
You want to do this sort of day trip hype?
Oh, day trip hype. Wonderful.
Hype?
Wonderful. Yeah,
Oh,
Bit of a trek.
okay. Oh, we maybe can we can get a picnic together, and I'll pack some sandwiches.
yeah, that sound. Yeah.
Some
Wonderful.
afternoon tea, some scones.
Sounds great. So for now, then, should we just take the safe path?
Back to town. Yes, let's go right. No more way. Back to town.
You're back
No
to the
more
same way
bird.
you came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, Griff.
Sure.
We'll look after Gwion. He's feeling a little fragile this morning, so he probably
Yes,
can't
that's
handle
true.
anything.
Am I in earshot of this?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I am not feeling fragile at all. What do you mean?
You're looking a little fragile. Maybe you should take your helmet off, get some sun on your face.
I was not the person who was paralysed by some puny little magic, so
I'm
really,
feeling fine.
let's see how that was. Exactly.
Hey, look,
Exactly. You were the one paralysed.
That's
Exactly.
quite a good comeback, to be fair.
As
And Grion marches on ahead out of earshot.
Oh, terrible!
best way to not
Right.
become a
lie down for a bit.
you
Specific 150 feet.
you continue out of the glen, out of the wooded area, and as you exit the forest, you hear Mort stop behind you, plants his feet firmly on the ground, and lets out a screech that echoes across the valley. Bows, and then walks back into the woods.
As
That
Mort
was
walks away,
That was very dramatic.
Grion is going to mutter under his breath.
Damn right, stupid bird.
And then Mort
Did you say?
and he's finally going to de-knock his arrow and put it back in his quiver.
I think you might have made it run away, Gwion.
That's what he wanted you to think.
Oh, that's very kind, Griffith. I also think I made the bird run away.
think
Quite an
that's
intimidating presence.
Yes. Are you okay? You okay there?
I got a bit of feather,
Oh, right, yes.
allergies.
Oh, right, that makes sense. Oh, it makes sense why you couldn't sleep if you're allergic to the...
Yeah, exactly.
That's very
It's a
helpful.
it's a thing. It's pretty rough. Let's go.
You make your way up and out of the edge of Voltress and back into the foothills. You follow the same path as you did on the way back out, so I won't spare too much time on the detail of the journey. It is, however, surprisingly unhindered by harpies as you make your way out and through the valleys.
Griffin, maybe Griffin.
You pass by a good maybe 3 or 4 hours later, you pass back by Crystal Lake and arrive back to the outskirts of Voltress.
Oh no! God has left the chat.
What? Am I back?
He's back.
Am I back?
He's back. Yeah, fully back.
You arrived back at Voltress because it happened. Nothing happened on my screen.
Yep.
Everybody started saying, "Oh no!"
Oh really? Oh right. Yeah, that's
Yes, you arrive back at Voltress. It is as busy as it was when you left. There is hustle and bustle. It is somewhere towards midday time now that you're back in the city. People are trading, and yeah, it's nice, busy, lively, unlike the wilds of Voltress.
Oh. Well, are we going to indulge a little bit, or are we going straight business?
I mean, do you have anything to deal with before we set off?
Well, we're going to the library. That's
Yeah.
my business. Or I mean,
I could,
indulge would be. Go on.
Yeah, well, I have nothing else but to do this library, so I would be straight there if you have no objections.
Oh, I see some corn on the cob over there.
Do we still have a room at the Mossy Mess?
Should do.
I might like to go take a rest there. Would you both be willing to get the gold, and then maybe I can meet you back there? I mean, I can accompany you, but I'm pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to
Sure.
mid-afternoon nap?
I would. Yeah, I would.
Like, are we speaking an hour? Are we speaking...
Joe? You.
Technically,
How
to get
long-
rid of a point of exhaustion, you have to take a long rest.
Yeah.
So you'd need a full long rest, which meant then throw off your sleep schedule for the next long rest in the evening.
Oh, this is like real life.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to real life simulator.
Actually, like real life. You fatigue, so you sleep at a weird
Still-
time, then you do it read the next day.
You know what? You know what?
Exactly.
Some information just hit me. Actually, I'm gonna mess up my entire sleep schedule. I'm gonna force myself.
Nice, well done.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
wait,
force
wait.
myself to stay awake and follow you guys.
Do you want any assistance in staying awake?
I don't need assistance. I've trained for this. We used to do this back in the days in the army, in soldier days. Just had to stay up all night. Yep, totally fine. Let's go.
Sure.
To the library.
To the night. Oh, wait, we do want a bit of a corner of the cob just over there. Actually, it's right.
Yeah. You find a vendor who's selling all sorts of toppings for his corn on the cob. They look like they're cooked and then roasted corn on the cob with like sauces and like nuts and spices, like currying the outside of it. They are quite a hearty meal now that you've arrived back in Fortress. They are a 3 copper each.
Oh,
Price of a solid pint. Is what I thought.
that is glorious corn. It is corn. I'm going to walk up to the vendor
Corn.
and go, about your corn.
Yeah. What can it?
Oh no,
would you
wait,
like?
just lagging,
Am I?
or I'm lagging. Is it me or
No,
Joe?
Joe's lagging. Joe's lagging.
Are we good?
No, Elon Musk sat down.
Damn it, Elon.
Damn it, Elon. Okay, I think Joe's back.
You're back, Joe. You're back.
Are we good? Are we still
We're
flowing?
good. We're back.
You're
We're
good.
back.
You're good.
Vibing?
Yeah, all flowy. We're vibing.
Yeah. What can I help you with?
Just a question about your corn.
Mm.
Would you describe it as having the juice?
I would say it is the juiciest corn
God,
you've ever corned.
Oh, really?
what a
That's quite a high
throwback
praise.
meme.
That's quite a high praise.
It's got the juice.
What do you think of your corn?
I'd say it's great. Corn's
Yeah?
great.
Would
Uh-huh.
you say it's corn?
It's corn.
It's corn.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I'd love to take. I'd love to take. Just. I'll buy 3, 1 for each of us,
Well, that's a pleasure. Here you go. What do you mean?
and I'll give you 1 copper change.
Ah, perfect. Did we use you 1 copper change, right? Or would you
No,
want to give this a
I'm
check?
just going to give you a whole silver. I flick him a silver.
Pleasure. Business marketing schools wearing off. Making 9, bring a 9, they give you 10. Solid.
And I'll chomp on my corn.
Nice.
What do you guys think?
I'll shoot mine for later.
Hell,
Put it in the bag.
brilliant combination.
Pretty good.
To the library?
To the library.
To the library.
Though I think we should finish this first.
Oh yes, that's true.
Oh,
Actually,
library.
eating in library. Yeah, that's the thing. They might think we stole the page if we start breaking more rules.
Oh yeah,
As you-
let's not get on the wrong side of this James, isn't it?
It is
Walk
James.
back out and through the city eating your corn as you go. You find the library is busy as always as you make your way towards the front reception. You do see the familiar face of James at the counter. Hi guys, how was your trip?
Glorious.
Was it? How was the
Eventful.
Crystal Lake?
Pretty stunning, to be fair.
Which was pretty good, actually. Yes.
I had a look into that research you asked me to do, right?
Oh yes.
He pulls up like a thick stack of books and
Holy
plonks them down
moly.
on his counter. So, I read all these, right? And
Wow.
I haven't, as of yet, been able to find anything that could be classified as a sky kraken, per se. I did, however, find several large reptilian-type skyborn creatures known as dragons. That was fairly obvious.
Right. Yep.
As far as fishy things that live in the sky, there is a very vast amount of them, and no one should ever get on an airship. That's what I've learned.
Right. I'm glad to have. I'm sorry to have brought you fear of the sky for a person who lives on a floating island.
So right, I don't leave, so it's fine.
Fair enough.
Right.
I have no plans to travel, and I'll be here. But anyway, that aside, he drops them and poof. What can I do you for?
How's your geography, James?
Pretty good. We have a big section on geography, and as well as I've done a little study here and there.
What rank are you on GeoGuessr? No, he left.
I heard that. Don't worry about it.
Okay, nice.
Rank is in GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr. I don't think I know this one.
Oh, me neither. I don't know why I asked that question. It's just a random question.
It sounds like a good game. Maybe I could make something called GeoGuessr.
Oh.
Arcane GeoGuessr.
It's
Yeah.
I heard about this. It was popular in the courts. They would get a wizard to drop a scrying orb in a random location, and you had to work out where it was.
Oh, they're beating me to it. No, that was my multi-million dollar idea.
Hey, you never know. You could start the trend here.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we could use it as like Vulturous Skycam. We could where's Vulturous today over the top of whatever island we might be.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Get some sort of collaboration, get a whole deal. That'd be immense.
They're big.
Well, the reason we're back here, though, to be fair, other than GeoGuessr, is we need to know a bit more about one of the islands of Tiamund. I was wondering if you would know where to find that information.
Yeah. Would you like to come through to the library? Would you just like me to regurgitate what I know about Tiamund?
I mean, if you know anything,
find more information, but if you're in a hurry, I can tell you.
I would like both, personally.
Let's talk and walk.
If you two want to go with James, I'm going to go over here.
Okay.
Meet my.
That's not weird at all.
Meet my advisor, but I'm going to ask about the same questions you're going to ask. But more
Can I meet your advisor?
No. And I'm going to walk off.
That's how it feels.
Pretty enough, this Growfed, he feels like he's getting more and more sassy every single day. I guess it must be a phase or something like, must be going through his difficult years. That's cool.
Happens younger for Warforged than anyone else.
The primitive Warforged, bro.
Brutal stuff. Imagine the shaving. God damn.
Yeah, terrible.
Who would you like to do first? Would you like to do the library, or would you like to do the laboratory?
Go for library.
We go for library?
Yep, we can do library.
Cool.
Library. Yeah, go on.
What do you want to know about you're walking and talking as he makes his way into the library?
I want to know exact locations that I can't get lost to get to Tiamund, how long until and if Vulturous is flying over it, and how one might disembark from Vulturous to get to Tiamund.
Well, Vulturous isn't going over Tiamund, it's making its way somewhere over the sea. I believe that the Order of the Fallen Wing are making their way to Tiamund, and that's why we're doing the loop around the top.
Side note, I've wanted to join the Order of the Fallen Wing ever since we got here, so this is sick.
He's in.
Sorry,
So-
my stuff cut out a little bit. What was that about the Order of the Wing?
I'll catch you up. The Order of the Fallen Wing are going on a mission down to Tiamund when we get close.
Amazing.
That's why we're
Hell
doing
yeah.
the loop further north, and then we're carrying on down south towards Wasira, which is the home place of the elves.
The owls.
Elves.
Elves. Okay, cool.
It's very interesting, the elven culture. I've been interested in their stargazing and their moon observatory for ages.
So what kind of creatures live on Tiamond then, James? Just to keep you back on track.
I'm not really sure. I know it's known for its dragons, which I think is why the Order of the Fallen Wing are going. But
That's fun.
apart from that, I don't really know. I know it's a harsh environment. It's cold and barren, and that nothing really lives there. It seems to be the place that more things go to die than to live. You see?
Right.
I know.
Great.
What
This is
was
wonderful.
What did they trade?
You really
Is there an
big
out-
missions.
I don't remember any outposts. I don't think we trade with Tiamund. But maybe there's a camp or something like that.
James, I know I'm not as close to you as Goldfred, but I've
I
always
think we're
considered
friends.
you as one of us, exactly. I've always considered you as one of us.
I'm glad to hear it because I thought it was part of the squad. Like,
I would say so.
I've known you for like 2 days, and we're already like
So
the best.
haven't you known them for like 2 days?
He makes a fair point. You're closer to Torsten. Is closest to me. I would say, if I was to pick between you and Torsten on the edge of the cliff, I'd pick you, James. Just so you.
The fuck? That's really dark. Anyway, here we are in the library.
About a bit, can I ask? Would you be willing, please, to set up a research like you did before for all monsters and their weaknesses on Tiamond?
all monsters and their weaknesses on
All
Tiamund.
creatures, all
Like
creatures and their
I
weaknesses.
said, I don't really know what really lives on Tiamund, so I'll have to do my research on that first, and then Tiamund.
That's
And
fine. However long
it's
you
probably
need.
gonna
But you're
take
one
us-
of us, remember? And remember, I
It's
picked
take
you
us like
first.
3 or 4 days to get to
You're my
Fortress. I
guy.
don't think I'll have that much time.
You're my guy. I believe in you. You got it, James. You're my guy. Are we
Can you
here?
roll a persuasion check for me? With advantage, because it's
Disadvantage,
really
because
gullible. So just
Okay,
roll
so
a
neutral
straight
roll
roll.
plus- Oh, it's actually good. What's my persuasion? 13.
I'll see what I can fit in around my studies.
You're the guy. I pick you
Anyway.
first. You got it. You got it. Nice one.
He walks into the library. He's like, "I'm the guy."
I am the guy.
I'm really annoyed I'm not there because I could have cancelled out your disadvantage and give you advantage until you originally had disadvantage on.
Wahaha. Anyway, you make your way into the library, the grand library of the Golden Wing Academy. You see in the center of the room, unknown to last time, is the half globe that sits in the center of the room. You can see the all of the islands that sit around and the continents that make up the entirety of Emilius. Tiamund being the grey outpost far out to the north. You can see on this particular map that there is it seems not necessarily to be a live update, but it does seem to be magically enhanced so that it is showing weather patterns and turbulent areas of water and sky so that Fortress can avoid different areas when needed. Additionally, you notice that there is a connection partly built between Algora and Udor. Looks like the construction work of a bridge connecting the two continents. And for frame of reference, this will be up on the social medias. That's here. So this is Algora. And here is Udor.
That's so
Each of
cool.
these-
They should
each of-
check the social media for that.
Each of those squares is about 100 miles, at least.
Okay.
Okay, that's about
It's a big bridge. It's a couple, nearly a couple of 100 long foot bridge. It's like a couple of 100 mile long bridge. By the time it's
That's
done.
interesting.
Well, here's the geography section. We're on the center of the library. Tiamund. Now that could be under T, or it could be under Mund, or
Hey, you never know.
D for continents,
Could
or D
be.
for dragons.
You're not very well versed in this section of the library, are you?
I'm not a geographer. I'm more of an arcane tinkerer myself. Researcher is my main title, but I fiddle and yeah. I'll do my best. 1 second. His best is
Can I give him an
Middling.
advantage on that?
Can you?
I help search.
You can. I'll consider it, given that you are unfamiliar with the catalogue of the library, a +2 to the roll, which will put it at a higher than middling, rather than an actual advantaged roll. He begins to climb one of the shelves, climbs up, pulls out a few books, bounces on the shoulders and climbs down one-handed, puts it on the desk and scurries off to get a few others. Tiamat creatures, weather, monsters, lore, history. What are we interested in? History or monsters? Monsters or history?
I'd say I'm more interested in the history for now.
Okay. Right, he flicks open a big old book. Tiamat, forming quantum. Yeah. In the beginning, that's a bit soon. No. Let there be light. No. Back in the first cycle, all of the continents were formed as the great titans were destroyed of elemental chaos and banished to their own original worlds. Tiamat, however, was formed later, after the great dragon Evermork died and became a continent. That doesn't quite seem right. It seems a little fanciful, not gonna lie. I don't believe it.
Sounds tough.
Rion's going to pick up another book and having been flicked through it and go,
James, is there meant to be a page missing in this one?
A page missing!
Only joking. Only joking. You're one of us, James. You just got to keep a nice little joke going between us.
It's okay, James. Don't worry.
I think there's a whole book missing.
I've gone actually lightheaded doing that.
Take a breather.
Some
water.
Don't do a joke like that. That's not funny. Not cool.
Don't worry. He's gonna go look up some stuff on the other side of this shelf, aren't you, Grion?
Yeah, okay.
walk on the other side of the shelf.
Sorry, you were saying about it's a dragon body?
Yeah, so the ancient body of Evermork, that's the endless shadow, according to the translation. That's, I think, written in demon script? A little vague on my demon script, but it sounds like it was a big enough dragon that it could bring night to the sky when it flew over, according to this. Now, that would have been the offspring of Tiamat and Bahamut. And an entirely colorless dragon. Interesting. But that's what the book says. Now, what it actually is as a continent, it slides the book aside, is a desolate wasteland perpetually tormented by draconic beings, perpetually drawn to its shores. It seems to me like this might be a place where dragons congregate. Now, a lot of the metallic dragons, they live over on Paracel. Now, they have their own factions and systems, but the chromatic dragons, now they venture far and wide, and they set up their hordes and their nests, and they wreak havoc on things until the Order of the Fallen Wind comes along and ruins them. So maybe that's what they're on their way to do, is to deal with the nuisance dragons on Tiamat. But I think that's probably about it. There's a lot of draconic lore here. I should do some research on that.
Perhaps that might be a good idea.
Lost a bit of audio on you.
Lewis, you've gone very quiet, yeah.
He's a quiet boy, there we go.
Hello?
Ew.
Much better.
Yeah, maybe Maybe that'd be a good idea. I'm not very well versed in dragons.
You know who'd be really good at dragons? The Order of the Fallen Wing. Now
The
they're
Order of the
experts
Fallen
on
Wing,
it.
I imagine they would be
Mhm.
very good. Yes.
Not to I don't know, minecart you into anything, but maybe they'd be worth talking to.
Sounds like a bit of a red herring, to be honest. But maybe.
This is a
Surely the
sandbox. This is a
content-
sandbox. Please feel free to talk to whoever you like, but they are definitely the leading experts on on dragons.
So you say the books in the library are probably my best bet.
They
So you're
could be.
saying
They probably do have more information than the Order of the Fallen Wing, but their information will be more better catalogued and easily researched.
Okay, well, so I mean that's answered most of my questions. There's no history of anything else on the island, then no settlements or bastions or anything like that.
It's got a bit of a mining operation, but nothing really. So if you were there's a natural mineral that occurs there that is very valuable. It has sort of a unnatural hardness to it, not like adamantium, but or mithril, but it's most definitely a pretty valuable substance. And some traders travel out there, risk the dragon infestation to harvest some of the stuff, but when nobody lives there, potentially there might be a few campsites that are a little more secluded, but no, apparently not. Nothing you could call a city or anything.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time on this. You point me on. I don't want to waste any more of your research time, but I think I'll stick around and deal with some dragon
Please.
lore. Gwion, you find anything on the other side?
You're currently in the codex section on rocks.
It's really good, but Guion doesn't know any of that because he's fallen asleep on the side of the shelf.
You got like one page in, realized it was about rocks. Nice.
Gwion, I walk around the shelf. Oh, he's
Nothing here on Dragon
didn't
Yeah.
find
I
anything.
feel like just go and just grab the nearest book and start reading it.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
Meanwhile, down in the
just
laboratory.
Paul has one other thing as well.
Poston,
As James goes away, just to let you know, as he's kind of flicking through a book that he's not read,
I didn't mean what I said, it's just a play. I'd pick you over, James, if you're on a cliff, dangling. I'd grab you. Don't worry, I got you. Yeah.
That's very good to hear.
Yep.
Horrifying.
Yeah. Bad book. Anyway, let's go. Next thing. Okay. Yes.
You make your way down the stairs, down into the laboratory. The door open as you walk in. You see at the far side of the lab, in the main workbench that spans the back wall, below a few paintings, you see she's stood there, just like absent-mindedly flicking a gold coin up into the air and catching it. Griffith, a pleasure.
Good afternoon. Which is it afternoon?
It is. Yeah, it's just past midday.
Good afternoon. What seems to be bothering you?
This coin. It is a regular gold coin.
Ah.
Now, interestingly to that, is that everybody uses the same gold coins.
Yes.
So I have of late have been wondering where all these gold coins come from.
Ooh. Well, from each other? From...
Well, yes, we trade and we pass them backwards and forwards and we barter them for goods and we exchange them for services, but who makes the gold coins? Now that is something I may have stumbled across. Now,
Who actually makes them?
the coins have two sides. They have a heads and of course they have a tails.
Oh, yes.
Now, the heads never changes. It is a depiction of a dragon's head on one side. But on the reverse, it changes with each season. Each cycle, they move, they change. You can tell which cycle a coin is from because of the back, depicting some event from that year. I believe there is an organization that makes these coins and sends them into this world. So I am unable to find who actually makes the coins.
When you say into this world, do you mean people already in this world sending it into the same world?
I'm not sure. Because if they were of this world, it would be obvious. People would be getting shipments of gold to print gold coins, and they'd be getting shipments of copper to make copper coins, and all of these things. But all of the coins just arrive.
I'm gonna bite into a bronze coin.
Yeah, it's a bronze coin.
Can I actually eat it?
Can you eat it?
With my metal teeth.
With your metal teeth? Yeah, sure. It just clink, straight through, like it's like a guillotine. Just.
And I check the
Is
middle.
that good? Yeah, it's solid all the way through. Same material, not coated.
Suspicious.
Hmm.
I didn't know. I didn't really taste. I mean, it sort of tastes a bit metally, but I always taste my constant mouth taste is a bit metally, so no real change.
That's understandable.
It'd be interesting. Is how long have you been pondering this question? Just out of
What
curiosity.
time is it?
It's 3:00 on a today's work in this universe, like I usually do.
Yeah.
It is 3:00 on Friday.
Yesterday lunchtime.
Have you eaten since then?
No.
Ooh. Would you like half a
Anyway,
bronze?
sorry,
Would you
this
like half
was-
a bronze? Would you like half a bronze copper coin?
You know one doesn't agree with my palate.
That's fair enough.
You needed something.
Well, luckily no injuries, and I sort of like spin around in a circle with my arms out in like a bit of like a presentation.
Looking good.
Yes, I think my self-regulatory system seems to be doing quite well.
That's always good to hear. Yeah, you've fully operational, so there shouldn't be any issues if you were punching around and couldn't make it back for a repair for whatever reason.
It seems to be going well. The days of maybe me coming in so much are over, but I came to ask a couple of questions, if that's all right.
Oh, you know how much I love questions.
Captain Silverport.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
That's my question.
I do not know who that is.
Fair enough. He is what I know about him. Let me share it. He is a Warforged. Yeah, another one, which is why I asked.
Interesting.
He seemed to be the captain of some sort of training grounds in Tiemund. The training grounds for the Order of the Sentinels.
That you mentioned before, and interesting. Now, Warforged exists before you did, but to my knowledge, they haven't been around for a long time.
I asked how long he'd been, but it seemed like this Warforged had been here for at least a little bit. What race was Alistair? Can I remember?
It is a Dragonborn.
Dragonborns aren't actually, they're not going to live for ages, do
They
they?
don't live for a long time, no. They don't live for an average amount of time.
So he's definitely older than me. Sadly, I think he's now died. Or
Oh, that is a shame. I'd like to meet that.
But he's definitely older than me.
Well, Warforged are surprisingly resilient.
Fair. And anything you know about Tiemund that may help? I'll be honest. I'm feeling the need to pull away. As much as I thank you for your help and appreciate your assistance and your work and all of this stuff, I feel the need to sort of explore the world a little bit. Use this body that you've given me.
Well, that is an admirable goal, Griffith, and I would never stand in your way. Passage to Tiamat, however, might be tricky. Not many vessels go in that direction. I do, however, believe that the Order of the Fallen Wing is heading in that direction.
Yes, we've been hearing this.
I could speak with the commander for you, book you some passage, if that was what you wanted.
I mean...
It'll be a few days before they're leaving anyway, so...
Sure. I
Well,
mean, I don't want to sort of, like, feel like I'm hacking the game here by asking you to do that. But,
No,
I mean, if you don't mind, that'd be glorious.
Not at all. It is important that you continue on whichever venture is best suited to you, and this seems like something you set your heart on.
It is exciting, I will say.
The incident in the hydroponics facility.
Yes.
That was a job, and I've been given something. Where'd it go?
Oh, right.
Oh, she puts the coin back in her bag. It's 50 gold pieces. The council determined that you should have a reward for your work, and there is your reward.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And I'm sort
of course, to be split between you and your allies, to work out that as much as you wish.
grab the bag of gold and sort of take one out and just sort of test it.
It's way softer. You almost bite through it.
It's chocolate!
Just because metal soft.
Yay, chocolate!
Oh yes, thank you for respecting my confidentiality, I guess.
It is my pleasure.
But what is your next journey, would you say? What is your next thing you're doing? Anything extra exciting? Anything extra cool in this laboratory?
We're going down towards Wasira for an excavation with the elves. We've lost Groford. That is very entertaining.
I can still hear.
No worries. Keep talking as if nothing happened. Keep rolling.
Yes.
Down to Wasira for an excavation of a meteor which has crash landed there. Very.
Ooh. It's rather exciting.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I should give you something else if you're going to be sending out. I will arrange for a sending stone to be made.
Oh, glorious. I mean,
you can
yes.
message me when you need to.
That'd be glorious. I mean, you know who to contact if for that to be done quick as can be.
Hmm?
If you know who to contact, do you want to do that as quick as can be?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Anything else? Was there anything else?
I'd rather you talk to them if you don't mind. I don't really want to.
Yeah, of course. What was it? So much in my head these days.
This feels like both Golden Wing and Joe.
Was there something else we were supposed to discuss, Griffith?
One sec.
She genuinely seems like she's lost the thread
Trying
of
to search, I
the
think.
sentence.
Well, was there anything else?
I don't know.
I mean, unless you have questions.
Venturing around one fortress, you've been various places, discovered certain things about. This is her not speaking. This is me.
Yeah, no, I
Things
see what you
that have
mean.
happened.
Right,
The
sure,
dogs.
I will
dark
betray the
things that
information.
happened.
I will betray the information we've learnt.
Are you
Um,
gonna? Oh, that wasn't what I was asking you. I was saying you've been to the docks and they'd started a new investigation around that particular section, and you hadn't heard an update about that.
Oh, I see what you mean. That as well. I will feed her some information. I mean, I've already talked about the Warforged and the captain and the team. And
Yeah.
I won't. I'll mention Alistair.
Mention
Gentleman who's back to the island. I'll mention Alistair.
She doesn't seem entirely surprised.
Cool. And then, yes, what about the anything further about the crate that was found with the Robbie monster in it?
Yes, that was the additional. Yes, the Dark Master's house was raided a few nights before the actual escape of the flesh amalgamy thing. Now, we're not entirely certain as to who has done that as of yet, but there are potential names around some Corvid brothers.
Ah.
Now, I believe they were messing around near the docks, but we haven't been able to nail them to the particular crime, and therefore haven't quite been able to settle a warrant, per se.
Right.
Or a strict investigation.
Interesting.
But they're top of our list as far as suspects.
Well, these people seem to. I've run into these before. These brothers.
That was who in an hour.
Yeah, that's the one. And I've heard of many new strains of this organization. Mutations, you might say.
You.
And I mean, they don't seem like good people, so it is very possible. But I don't see why they'd maybe want to break into the Dockmaster's house.
Exactly.
Anything
This is
taken?
Not that we've noticed. There's nothing missing, particularly from the ledgers, but there is also no record of the shipment that the box should have come in on, given it's where it was stored and how it was located, and the serial number still sort of on the box. There's no number corresponding in the thing, so either they've done some very tricky manipulation of the papers to make them seem like there shouldn't have been a mishap and that it wasn't there to begin with, or something. They've done potentially something, but I can't nail them to it as of yet.
They didn't seem very smart. They seemed more like
No.
your everyday.
They do. And they run one of the gambling rooms down in the subterranean level of the Vultress, and that's requires a certain steadiness of mind to be able to keep the business afloat without succumbing to other, gangs.
Yes.
That sort of thing.
Yes.
So they must have some form of organisation, and yeah.
Do you trust the Dockmaster?
Master Bowers? Yes, I haven't seen any reason to suspect him as of yet.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for the update.
Well, I hope it's useful information.
I think it may be. We may... Just a question. These Corvid brothers,
Yes.
if say their organisation had some sort of like group maybe investigate them deeply, would it be sort of looked the other way legally?
Like a private investigation is no matter for the government of Vultress. I don't see why someone with a good conscience might not do some investigation into why they might be doing things. But
Yes.
it's would certainly have nothing to do with the Vultress Council.
No.
If something like that happened to happen.
Of course. I've never... Oh, sorry, no. This person would never... Of course not. But, we'll see how it goes. I mean, they don't seem like a good lot.
No, and
But would not mention
Well.
anything.
no, absolutely not. And yes.
Okay. I will take my leave then. Thank you for your help, and I will see you when I see you.
Yes.
And
I shall
eat some
arrange
food.
the... Huh?
Eat some food.
Yes, I will get right on that. And she picks up a screwdriver and starts working on something on her bench. You two are still in the library.
In
Do you
the
want to roll
library.
a history or an investigation check to see whether you can
Oh,
find
Oh,
any
one more thing,
information?
sorry.
Sorry.
Leave.
Yes.
Have you got a book that looks really old with no writing in it?
An old book with no writing in it?
Just like a blank book.
Um,
Can you make a
She-
book look really old with
she
no writing?
grabs a stack of paper and pulls it over to some leather, and you see her like merge with magic layers of the leather and the paper, like pulls it tight. She like grabs sections of the light as it forms around it. It cascades like a blueprint over the surface, wireframing out the section of this book, and then snaps it, and it one old looking book. She casts.
Thank you
back.
very much. Pen, pencil, quill.
They're in the fold. See?
Ah, lovely. Okay, and I will take that and say thank you very much. You've been immensely helpful, and I'm eternally grateful.
You're welcome. I'll see you around, and I'll sort out the transportation for you.
Thank you. That is glorious of you. And I will take my leave. And whilst I'm leaving, I'm already taking the quill off the book and sort of scribbling on it.
Cool. No worries. You two are still in the library.
With an
Library?
investigation of a 6. I would say that with an investigation of a 6, unless that finds me enough stuff, I'm going to say Gwion eventually goes down another aisle, and for the purpose of time, falls asleep, wakes up, goes down another aisle, falls asleep, so it doesn't really find anything, right? I'm
No,
assuming.
you don't find anything that pertains to Volturus, but not
Yeah,
Volturus, to Tiamat
Tiamat.
specifically. You do find out a few bits of information about salicite rocks, very interesting substance, but not really for this particular session of Dungeons and Dragons. Torsten.
I received a delightful 13.
Kind of the title of the session.
Yes, don't I?
You find a little bit about the plant life that still grows on Volturus. It seems to be like rugged, like terrain. Only the hardiest of plants really survive there. But given a high enough skill in survival, you could definitely still live on Volturus despite nothing really being able to grow. Some of the plants that live there are hardy enough to create fruit and survive and live even in the harshest of environments. So it is a livable space, if not really habitable space.
Right. Okay, cool. But nothing really on dragons or anything.
Nothing particularly on dragons.
Okay.
No.
Cool. I guess we'll meet up with Groford as he comes back in. After we've finished our
Groford.
session.
You wander into the library looking for your matrix. You see someone abseiling down a bookcase with a stack of books on there. Nothing.
Throughout the whole walk, I've been scribbling in the book. And made a little title on the front, and I will walk into the library and try to find a quiet corner and sneak the book onto one of the shelves.
You monster.
And then I will come find Torsten and Mr. Guion.
Okay. Nice. You find Torsten like in a book on herbology, like flicking through the plants, and you find Groford in one of the armchairs of the library, head on desk, drool out of mouth.
Gwion.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Apologies.
Just drool slipping through the helmet.
Yeah.
The visor.
How's it going, boys?
Grabs the nearest book.
It's going okay. We're getting there.
Yeah, not too bad.
Looks like a book on mermaids.
Ooh, mermaids.
Cellulite is a thing.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yes, anything?
It appears we're
anything
adventuring to the dead body of a dragon. Haunted
Sorry,
by
what?
draconic spirits and frozen like, well, the frozen north. It's not looking particularly great for us.
Well, I mean,
This
I'm
is revenge for Lewis's campaign.
In our
Fucking
previous
Aeon.
campaign, it
Back
was
to Aeon.
It's not
it
Aeon.
was full Isocross for quite a long time when I was running it.
way too long.
A long time
It
in
was
that
brilliant, but
icy
it was-
wasteland.
Cold.
Well, I've not heard this. I've never used this phrase, but I've heard it. I think this sounds pretty heavy metal.
Heavy
Because
metal,
I'm made
like
out of
iron, or
You really all still trying to find catchphrases.
if it's not working, just let me know, and I'll just never use it again.
There was also lots of mines. I think it was known for
Yes.
very nice ore that has a high value in Tiamat,
mine.
and there's lots of mines.
Wait,
See, doing my research.
you're saying the island is a dragon?
well, that's what one of the things said.
This not mean the
James
mines
used
are
to-
all red. And...
You would think so, wouldn't you? Apparently, according to James, one of the legends is that it's a fallen dragon with no colour, the child of Tiamat and Bahamut, but
Holy
seems
shit!
far-fetched.
What,
Ridiculous.
that's pretty crazy. Or maybe when they're digging into the ground, they're finding his kidney stones.
It could be. Could
Maybe.
be. You never know. Yeah. I don't. We'll see what we find when we get there. But the most important thing is that the Order of the Fallen Wing are heading there soon. So
Well, so some good news on that. I've managed to have someone put a word in with them. We may be able to get passage there through them quite easily. Don't really know how much, but
I'm sorry. You have someone you put a word in for you with a powerful dragon hunting organization. Who?
that's a really good question, actually. We have gotten a lot closer, and because we've gotten a lot closer, I'm going to ask you to not ask the question. If that's okay.
Yeah, well, that seems very fair.
I understand that it might seem quite sort of blunt and
Boundaries,
not helpful, but if that's okay, if you don't mind.
I've only shared most of my entire trauma with you.
We only
Grant's still asleep in that armchair
Yeah.
next to you guys having this conversation.
but that is quite fascinating. That should be a big dragon.
Yeah, which
Oh,
I mean, we'll be heading there soon. We should talk to the Fallen Wing, but until we get there, I suppose we're kind of at a loose end on the island.
Some more information.
Oh, how convenient!
You know those guys that does group? What is their name?
Oh, the COVID
Good.
bros.
It was the COVID Bros. Yes, the COVID Bros. Yeah, they had, I remember hearing about them the other day. Actually, they had a campaign against something. I think they were antibodies. They didn't like
Yes,
them. They didn't like bodies. They
antibodies.
were antibodies.
Yeah.
Yes. What is that,
I
Joe?
thought that was
Is it a dragon turtle?
That's isn't
That's a
that a
skycracker.
Skycracken.
I thought antibodies were against the COVID brothers.
Yes, I think COVID Brothers didn't like the antibodies.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was it. Yeah.
And then the antibodies are against the COVID Brothers, yes.
Yeah.
Fizzban's Treasure of Dragons being shown up for everyone listening.
Uh,
But yes, they
what
made a
about these-
showing on the dock, the dockmaster's house, just before the slosh monster, or should I say the whatever it
Slosh
was,
monster.
the weird freaking lava thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Fleshy boy. The dockmaster's house apparently was raided by the COVID brothers. That is a very scary looking dragon being shown on screen right now.
The aspect of Bahamut.
But the dockmaster's house is raided in by the COVID brothers.
You think it's related?
Could be. I mean, I have no idea. We could go check it out, if you know what I mean.
Is this a higher, same as before?
Oh, not particularly higher, but the third good news, and I plunked down the bag of gold.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Who's good at maths?
No. Guion?
Definitely not Guion.
Oh, Guion is asleep.
Okay, Guion. I guess
Probably
that's you
me.
then. Aren't machines good at maths? Isn't that something that I've heard?
I think that's racist.
I think it might
Again.
be racist. I'm not sure.
I'll split the gold. Is it 50 gold, Joe?
Yes.
So 50 divided by 3 is going to go... It's going to not go 100%. It's going to be like 16 each with 2 remaining.
Well, Guion's asleep, so...
So should we take the 2? Yes, they gave us 48 gold as
How
prize.
about the
there
2
we go.
for our lodgings?
Yes, that is fair. I'm down for that. But yeah, 16 gold each. I will poke Guion. Guion, money.
Guion wakes up and
Wonderful. Well done. Where do we get this?
It was a reading
just-
competition and you won.
We're gonna go down to the
Thank
docks,
you.
Guion. We need to check out the dockmaster's hut. Some trouble with the Cary brothers.
Editing DM Joe here. We had a recording malfunction at this point. Essentially, Guion just explained that he didn't want to go hunting after the COVID brothers right now because of that extra point of exhaustion. And back to the episode.
Cool. So you're feeling pretty exhausted. Yeah. I mean, what time is it now, Joe?
It is probably
Then-
around 3 o'clock-ish.
If that's the case, Guion, we have a few days. How about we head back to the Mossy Mess? We talk to the Fallen Wing. We find out what we're doing, and we take it from tomorrow.
No doubt. That sounds wonderful to me.
That
Absolutely.
sounds good. Sounds wonderful. Oh, I have one more chore to do as well. One more errand, but then I'll meet you at the Mossy Mess.
I'm guessing you also can't come along to this one.
I mean, you can come to the first part. I'm just going to go buy some more corn.
Actually, I have my own individual chore that I have to do as well. So I'll
Oh,
see
so
you out.
Torsten will meet you there.
Well, okay then, I guess. Sure.
Okay. You make your way
I'm
out.
gonna start heading towards the Mossy Mess.
All I'm doing is I'm going to buy some corn and then go take it to Golden Wing.
Okay. Nice.
Aw.
You get yourself a corn, cost yourself 3 copper. Gwen, where are you going?
I'm going to Furry Fritz.
You're going to... Of course he is.
Yeah.
No.
Guion's a fairy.
We'll get back to that in a moment. You arrive back in Golden Wing's laboratory. She is currently tinkering together what looks like a large, almost sort of frame of something. That's metal, big stanchions. It's sprung up surprisingly. You've only been gone for 10, 15 minutes, and it's already twice the height that she is.
Instead of a dinner bell, I just knock myself on the head.
Yeah,
Dog.
Griffith, welcome back. It's been a while.
How long do you think it's been?
Well, it's usually a couple of days in between each time you come in, so I'm guessing it's been... No?
No, but here's some corn for you.
Thank you.
What have you been building? Just out of curiosity.
It's a doorway.
2.
I don't know yet.
Cool. Just make sure you eat your corn, look after yourself.
Sure.
And I will leave.
It's just a character. Yeah, you make your way back towards the Mossy Mess, Torsten, wandering your way back through the city. Seems like a fairly peaceful day on Voltrus.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Please
Yeah,
do something so we
nothing-
don't have to go to Fairy Friends. Thanks.
Yeah.
Furry friends.
I'm afraid I have literally nothing. I'm just
Damn
going to
it.
settle.
Damn it.
Just waiting for the furry friends, bro.
Because the
Furry,
monster manuals.
furry.
Leon, will you roll me an investigation check, given that you don't know where Fairy Friends is?
Well, I was guided and given a map. I'm going to remind you, and I have it in my inventory. I remember I got it off one person. I can't remember who it was, but I have it here in my
Avoiding the
inventory.
podcast. Which episode would this been? Is episode 1, episode 2?
I can't remember. It's one of them.
Then it mustn't have happened.
Yeah.
Right, I'm rewatching them both right now.
Okay, well, with an investigation check, it is 14.
That unfortunately is good enough.
I was about to contest you so hard over that.
How long would you like to spend looking for them? No, I'm joking. You make your way pretty aptly. It takes you a little while to find it in the high streets, but you do find your way to the pet shop.
Furry friends, you mean? Furry friends.
No, the pet
Furry
shop.
friends.
It is no longer called Furry Friends, but it is
They've
called...
rebranded?
Yeah, they did.
Furry
Yeah.
fiends?
No. It's nothing to do with the word
Really?
fairy at all.
Friend.
They've rebranded. So you see, when you're doing a logo, it's really important that it's simple and readable. So they've just gone for friends. That's it. That's all there is to it. And it's nice and neatly like set out with a dot between each letter.
Oh, nice.
It's right on the corner. So you've got to pivot in through the front door.
Nice.
Yeah.
What would you say? That!
Yes, I would indeed say pivot.
Wow.
You make your way inside, and it's a clamour of noise and smells that assails you as you walk through the door. There is cages and like pens like dotted around this very large like open space, as well as shelves in between all of these tanks and cages that decorate the entire space. Shelves have products and food bags and leads and sacks and saddles carried on them, but the shop is full of living creatures, which is where all the noise comes from. There is like squawking and squeaking and clattering and banging and hissing as you walk through. There is a wide range of creatures, both normal and magical here.
And is the shopkeeper in?
Yeah, you see, looks like a large, sort of built like Minotaur man towards the back. He's got like a dusty sort of orange fur across him and like thick horns that set out from either side.
Okay, I will march my way over to the Minotaur man. And go,
Hey, yo, what can I get you?
Good afternoon. You see, I'm in here to purchase a gift for a friend.
Ooh, now that is a nice thing to do. What are you looking for, my friend?
You've rebranded. I liked your other name better. Had
Well-
more of a alliteration ring to it.
One person to another. What we call our business is no concern of yours.
Okay, I mean, not very nice considering you're trying to sell me stuff. But sure, we'll move on from
The
that.
customer isn't always right here in Friends. Get it?
Yeah, I'm getting that opinion. I mean, you know what? I respect it. These, these society pressures, they screw you over. So well done, you sticking to your guns. Now, let me ask you, what is the cheapest pet that you have that is cute, like really cute?
Really cute. We have some snails.
Do you have
Like,
anything a bit more cute?
snails. You haven't
Any
found
puppies?
snails cute? I found
Puppies?
snails cute.
I would like puppies.
They're not our cheapest pet. We have some fish.
Any puppies?
You asked for cheapest. We don't
Puppies?
really have any.
What's the price?
We definitely have some puppies. They're like region of like a couple of gold as well as like food. So you're looking for a puppy starter pack, as it doesn't look like you're someone who keeps puppies very often.
I mean, that's also rude, making a judgment to me just because I'm wearing armor and carry a big bow. But like, whatever. I mean, I could
Am I
be a
wrong?
puppy lover.
Do you have puppies?
No.
Okay. Given that would probably mean that you don't have puppy supplies already, you're going to need to buy puppy supplies. So, yeah, probably in the region of like 5 to 6.
What a time to cut out.
What a time
No
to cut out.
joke.
5 to 6 gold.
Nice. English.
Now I'm gonna lean in real close to you. Now, let me know. Are you ripping me off?
Am I ripping you what? No.
So is it 5 gold or 6 gold?
Well, that depends if you want like deluxe food or like
How much would it be to get a month's worth of
a
food?
month's worth of food. No, that would be
And
pretty
how
heavy.
big is that, by the way? Yeah, how big is this?
For a puppy, it's not really that big, but it's probably like 3 or 4 bags, I'd say. So you're looking at probably somewhere in the region of 7 gold. Probably 7 gold.
On a scale of lightly to fully encumbered, how encumbered am I for a month's worth of food?
Mildly encumbered.
What could I take, Joe, that wouldn't encumber me completely? My strength score is 14.
Strength score that wouldn't.
I
You
would.
could
I was going
take-
to move normally, but I want
Depends. Are you
much
carrying
food.
the puppy, or are you like
Carrying the puppy food, not the puppy.
okay? Not the puppy. Okay. No.
Who's buying puppy food?
Chef, you're not mute.
You know.
The puppy food. You could probably carry yourself a bag of food while you're on. You know how big a bag of thing is. Like, there's no way you can fight
Lasts a while usually. This puppy.
with it. Yeah, it would probably last you maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Wonderful. I will take. Wait, what is the most exotic pet you have here?
We do have a couple of really precious snakes. There's a jeweled boa.
My friend isn't so much of a snake man. I think more of a puppy guy. Anything more cute?
Anything more cute than a snake?
Still exotic.
Still exotic.
Cute.
There's a horned marten.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, actually, if we're talking cute, there's a what are they called? A
Small fluffy thing.
there's a Ben Tong. We've got one of those in recently. They're quite something. That's
What is that?
BINTURONG. It's called a cat bear.
Oh my goodness! Yes, one of those, please.
Now that's a little more rare. That's more in the region of like 10 gold for the pet, and probably about 5 gold for the food.
That's plenty okay with me. 10 gold, 5 gold for the food, 15 gold down the hatch.
Oh my god.
I'll take it.
Right. Wow. They're a difficult pet to look after. Before I take your money, I'm just warning you. They're strong. They're willful. They're great at escaping from places.
Never
But,
mind, I'll take the puppies. 6 gold down the hatch.
By the way, there's a joke that I've just been. I know my character's not here, and I have no right to be making the joke about influencing this at all. But I really want Sam to ask: have you got some sort of benefit from living in the city? I'm thinking I was thinking I've heard of it as being called the central perk.
It's funny. It's pretty funny, guys.
It's good, right? It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah.
And with that, I'll collect the puppy and the food and make my way over to the mossy mess.
Well, you got some puppies to pick from. Well, you got to.
Oh wait! I got options. Oh,
Pick
great.
a puppy. So there's a.
What are the options?
It's like a crossbreed sort of like little whippet sort of thing. There's a looks like sort of like a young husky, maybe crossed with something as well. It looks a little like it's definitely got a husky sort of proportions, but it's definitely off color. And there's what looks like a greyhound sort of like cute little thing.
I'll take the husky thing for sure.
Yeah, so. You pay your money for the puppies against my better judgment. I allow that to happen. And I can't wait for that to be the next thing that dies.
We have a mascot.
Please tell me when he picks up the husky, it just goes ah and starts screaming.
That
I like the idea
This poor
would have
little
been
thing.
a way better mascot.
I like the idea that Guion is walking back, the puppy being untrained is like gripped onto his fingers like bits, and he's not able to
Just
really
holding it like,
yeah.
Roll an animal handling check for me.
he's definitely grappling that, okay, so it can't get away.
Nice.
But actually, that's not too bad. That's 11.
Piercing damage you take. Yeah, it doesn't make a run for it. It isn't trying to escape, but it definitely doesn't know the difference between attacking and playing as of yet.
That's fine.
So it does leave a couple of scratches in your gloves as you make your way back towards the muddy mess, where you bump into Groford, just making his way there as well. Torsten sat on the inside.
What?
Just before we go in, here, I have a gift for you. Take it off, because it's kind of wearing out my gloves.
Oh, I guess I'll like.
It's a whole
like,
puppy.
tentatively pick up the
Thank
puppy
you. Sit down.
and hold the puppy.
You said a while ago you wanted to practice your communication skills and stuff, and like to really talk. And I figured, you know what? A pet, it's a wonderful fix for that problem. To be able to talk to it, have something to talk to. Here, for our adventures now, my gift for being my friend, and I've got lots of food for it too, and I'll help you train it.
Oh, this feels like one of those moments at Christmas when you get given a pet. Well, thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Guion's gonna march in.
I will hold the husky, like, probably not correct. We've never had a pet. And hold it, like underneath the armpit sort of thing.
It looks at you
in
again.
front of me.
Wow, tongue is like out to one side, staring you dead in the eyes. It's got like big hazel eyes. And
Okay, that's very
puppy
cute.
hands of-
Okay, I'm sort of into it now.
It is very cute.
I will carry him in sort of wrongly underneath the two front armpits.
Like, tucked under one arm like a football.
Yeah.
You make your way into the mossy mess, dog in hand.
Ooh, I've just had a thought. I've got like a blue sort of like shawl thing that goes over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes sort of trying to create like a hammock.
Like a baby thing.
Like a baby thing, yeah, like a baby thing.
Someone who really wants a dog in real life, this is the cutest thing
It's
ever.
so adorable.
Big metal warforged. I'm going to picture this. Big metal warforged, turning cogs, tiny husky puppy.
Like, and also, by the way, I hold it in the baby thing. So I create a baby thing for it. It's very like logical.
Yeah.
I'm holding it in my arms, and I am stone still.
Yeah, like
I'm like not
big
moving.
gears
at
that perpetually
all.
move, even slow down just a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Like the-
Just like basically the robot equivalent of someone like holding their breath
Yeah.
as they're carrying something.
You settle down into the mossy mess after quite a long journey and a decent amount of discovery. You turn around to see that it's fairly quiet in here, given that it's not that late. A decent days of adventuring. And that is where we'll end today's session.
Wee.
Of More Than a Story. Thank you.
Go gadget blooper cut.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to More Than a Story. Follow us on all the social media things that we have now, because we do that.
Because we're cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Please be conscious that it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month and make an effort to contact someone in your life. A man, preferably, but you know.
Preferably one with a mustache.
Yes, one with that is important,
It's
but
just
also
sort of
not.
required.
It helps.
Thank you, and see you in the next one.
Bye.
more tentacles, the better.
If they ain't got eyeball tentacles, don't bring them near me.
You've not met Cary yet.
No, no.
Oh, I'm clipping that one and sending it to...
You put it in the podcast.
Yeah, I'll put it at the end of the podcast. Confirmed Ben likes suburban housewives with tentacles. That's it. You heard it here first.
Will she be more offended by the suburban housewife or the tentacles?
That's a great question. I'm excited to find out.